RSL Insider presented by AT&T. I'm your host, Brian Dunseth. Real Salt Lake, short turnaround time coming off a disappointing 2-0 loss to the Columbus Crew here at Rio Tinto Stadium. Now their travels take them to Kansas City, where they'll take on a sporting Kansas City team that has not lost at home this season at Livestrong Park. The only player for RSL that has played in the stadium, that being midfielder Will Johnson with Canada in the Gold Cup.
You have to use it as a little bit of motivation, a little bit of a factor to know there's urgency that we need to improve. That performances like that are not good enough.
We've got to be very focused on ourselves right now. Anytime that you take a loss, and especially it's been a while since our last loss, and we're a team that's unaccustomed to losing, it's important that we really just kind of look in the mirror.
Oftentimes when you're down and facing a little bit of adversity, that's when you need people to step up, come together and fight harder as a team to get back into the game. We just didn't have it. We had some good chances to get back in the game, and if we could get that first goal, I think momentum would have swung to our side, and we would have been able to really heap a lot of pressure on them. But with the 2-goal cushion, never being able to break that, there wasn't a whole lot of pressure on them.
I think it was an average performance for Chris Schuler, maybe even a little bit subpar. And so we'll have to consider whether or not somebody else deserves a chance there. Very, very interested in the group's response. We've got Olave that's still out, and we've got Morales that's still out, and we've got Kyle Reynish, who hasn't come back from his concussion situation. So we are being faced with some challenges. We had Paulo Jr. that we thought was going to be available for Wednesday night and trained fully on Sunday. Turns out that he's hurt himself a little bit again, and so he's not in consideration for Wednesday. Ned Grabavoy, who played the 90 minutes, has been suffering with a little bit of a growing injury and went in to see the doctors yesterday, and come to find out he's going to be out a month to 6 weeks with his growing injury. So that's a big setback for us. I'm looking forward to getting in the building and seeing what it's like, and I think the players have a special little bit of extra incentive whenever you go into a brand new stadium, and it's supposed to be unbelievable, and the playing surface should be great, so a lot to look forward to.
I played there during the Gold Cup, so that was an experience. I've seen the stadium, it's pretty awesome. I think the guys are really going to enjoy it. The field is immaculate and stuff, so it'll be good for us to try and get the ball down and pass it around. They're desperate for points as well. So it's not an easy place to go and play. We need a response, and it's good that we have a game like this to make sure everybody's aware of what the challenge is, keep everybody fresh, ready on their toes. I definitely do think there's a buzz going into the new stadiums, not just because it's a nice stadium, but because you see the league progressing every time you go and see one of these beautiful new stadiums. As we're all part of this together, within the league, trying to enhance the game in this country, and so when you go and see another beautiful stadium instead of a baseball diamond, it's pretty exciting.